If only I could like put a second person in the seat and make it look like you guys were here. Look at
I wish
that.
I
It's
could
just
ride on your
me,
lap.
right?
Sorry.
You on the lap and then
Shit.
beast training. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Sunday Driving, episode 3. Today, I have with me again Mr. Mooney Rivers, but I also have a third person for the first time ever, Mr. DH Beast. How are you guys doing today?
Great. How are you?
Pretty good.
Dude, yeah, it's a beautiful day.
Okay, there is one thing that we need to attend to before we get too far away from it, and I forget about it. Ray, you left everybody on a serious cliffhanger.
I did do that, didn't
We
I?
never talked about your police story or getting pulled over, right?
Yeah, that is true.
So you
Oh
want
God, and you're starting off great. Thank God this person's stopping for you.
to?
Um, yeah, so like I said, I'm a great driver. Like I don't do anything wrong.
hmm
I go about my day. Uh, but this one time it was I don't remember what we were playing. I think we were playing Valorant, and I dipped out to go get a burger.
You
That was the
left. Okay.
yeah. I
This.
left. I
Wow.
don't know if you remember this, but I went to go get a burger. It was like I don't know what it had on it. I think it had like an egg on it or something. And I was
Oh,
like real
nice.
excited for this. And then
What time of day
on
was
the way
this?
home, dude, it was at like 4 in the morning or something. It was
Oh,
like 3 or 4 in the morning. And I get pulled over on the way back because one of my headlights was out. That's the only time I've ever been pulled over. So
how did that go? Were you just off with a warning or what? Fix it?
yeah, just off with a warning, just to, go get that fixed.
Yeah.
But it, having two, like, it wasn't just one cop car. It was two cop cars. They were ready. I think they assumed it was going to be a drunk driving case. God knows what they thought. Like, yeah, it was special. I think it was like 2 in the morning, actually. I think it was. Wait, even better. I think this was during. Now I feel really bad because now she'll be upset.
hmm
This was during Yemi's birthday 30-hour stream.
Yeah, you went to get a burger and got pulled over.
Yeah.
Did you tell anybody you got pulled over in the moment, or like when you got
Nope.
back, you just let
Nope.
that one ride?
And just let it ride.
That's
I didn't want anyone to feel bad that like I got pulled over. Like they're like, well, why didn't you just get it delivered or something? Nah.
yeah. Well, I mean, you got a burger with an egg on it. You had to go get that
It
one
was
yourself.
really good, and they had the curly fries with the seat.
Where did you go to
Top
get
tier.
this at such a time in the morning?
Breakfast burgers are
Uh,
freaking fantastic.
I forget the name of the place. It wasn't Checkers. It was like it's hooked to a gas station, but it was kind of
Oh,
fire. I forget what it was. I'll get back to you on that one. How about that?
okay. Well, no, I'm just wondering because a burger with an egg on it at that time of night, it's like makes me
It was
feel like it's like Jack in
pretty
the
good.
Box or like I don't know where you're getting
Uh,
a nice burger at 2 in the morning.
I don't know, but whatever they did, they treated it right. They knew what they were doing.
Well, that's good. I'm glad we could clear that one up. You really
Yeah,
left
I'm
everybody.
so sorry for that cliffhanger, but I just
You really
messed
left
up.
everybody hanging with that one, and I was like, dang. And then you mentioned it after we were done that you didn't get back to it. I'm like, oh, I'm writing this down, and here we
Well,
are.
it's the mystery is solved.
Yeah, how Ray was pulled over.
Hey, I bet that breakfast burger was worth it though.
Was
Oh, it
it?
was
Was
worth
it?
every penny. It was so good. By
What
far
are the
one of the best burgers I've had in a while.
what do they call the hangover burger? That's right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know
that's what they're
exactly what you're
called.
talking about.
It was perfect. Oh,
Absolutely
I
delicious.
have no clue what the name of the place was though.
Ray, I feel like there's a question that we need to ask Beast, and you know
What's
what?
that?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what it would be. Um, I need to know your. I'm trying to phrase it because I don't want to get too lost in this topic, but I need to know your potato opinions and
Okay.
like what are your favorite forms of potato?
I mean, such an open-ended question, man. I like all kinds of potato. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think one of my least favorite forms of potato is mashed potatoes.
You don't like mashed potatoes?
I like them,
Mm.
but like every single mashed potato is the same unless you go somewhere that's a restaurant or something. Like if I go to anybody's house, every single mashed potato is the fucking same. Like doesn't really matter. I don't know. I've eaten so many mashed potatoes in my lifetime that I've just kind of
Especially from like the army standpoint, I imagine you've had some really bad ones.
dude.
A mess
I
hall mashed potato doesn't sound like it'd be very good.
I mean, considering they make powdered eggs instead of real eggs, you know.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think that would scar me personally.
Okay, so let's put it this way. Give me your top 5 forms of potato right now. Just quickly. Just rattle them off.
Dude,
I
all
can't
right,
believe
all
you're
right,
not
all
giving
right.
him a chance to like sit on it.
So
Like this is a big deal. It's monumentous.
one of my favorite forms of potato, which you guys may have never had, is a twice baked potato.
I haven't ever had that. You want
Wait,
Dude,
really?
it's
no.
so good.
What does that entail? What does it mean to be a
So
twice baked potato rather than just a regular
so
baked potato?
think of like a baked a baked potato, right? But you scoop all the stuffings out. So basically you cut the baked potato in half, you scoop everything on the inside out,
Okay.
and then you mix it with like sour cream and bacon and cheese and a couple other things, then you put it back in the skin, put some cheese on top of that, and then cook it again.
That sounds really good.
It's fantastic.
Thinking about it now, what's the difference between a loaded baked potato and a twice baked potato? Is like the loaded one you
The
add the
loaded just
toppings
has stuff on
after?
top.
I
Yeah,
feel like
it just
yeah,
has the stuff on top. Twice baked potato is like you're making potato salad because it's all mixed together, and then you put it back in the
and then you like serve it in that perfect vessel. Yeah, no, twice
yeah.
bakes are you gotta try it once in your life,
Yeah, no,
dude. It's amazing.
I'm interested now.
One of my favorite thing. Every single every single Christmas, I'm like so excited because my grandma always makes twice baked potatoes.
Man, now I feel like I've been missing out. I can't lie.
That is actually surprising you've never had that. It's kind of a classic too. Is it
Well,
maybe it's a Midwest thing, I
I was
guess.
about
It
to
could
say,
be.
us Midwesterners, we have all these weird things, man, like
Yeah, okay, but this one is
breaded
like it
tenderloins
hits.
and
Because I feel like this is something that Crazy would have brought up.
I'm amazed he didn't.
So he didn't bring that up in the first episode. Like he went for Greek Greek style potatoes or something like that, and it's like it's similar in a way, but not. So like
I feel like those were more like your wedges,
and
and
I
then they just have
yeah
like seasoning on
yeah,
it.
and then he also he put mashed potatoes on there, and I think he put a baked potato on there. So like that's why I'm like the twice baked potato didn't make his list. Maybe he hasn't had it either. Maybe we got to talk about that.
Okay, first thing in Vegas, it's a
Yeah.
twice baked.
I wonder I wonder if there's places you can go and get a good one of those.
I mean, there's got to be one, right?
You
Like
would
they
think
have
so.
that like Heartstopper Cafe or whatever. Have you seen that before?
No,
what?
what do you
It's like it's that restaurant where they fat shame you because they have like like a 10 stack burger or something,
I
and like
think
when
I
you go there,
know. I walked by
yeah,
it. What
Oh,
exactly
the
do
Heart
they do?
Attack Grill,
yes, yes, yes,
the one in
yes.
Vegas.
Hmm.
Yeah, and if you don't finish your food, they spank you.
What?
Okay, I did not know this.
Yeah,
So this is like Ren Fair, but all year round.
they have like paddles and
Oh
stuff, and if
my.
you don't finish your food,
I
you have to
had
like
no
bend over and have them
idea.
spank you.
Because I'm adding an addendum to our list when we go to Vegas.
should this
I now know where we need to eat.
should this segue us into Vegas or no?
I think we should just move on to Vegas.
So Beast, like, how hard would it be to get you to go to Vegas when we go to Vegas? Like, is that possible in any way?
It really just depends financially, to be honest. I would love to go, but financially, you know.
Like, we'll keep you in the loop when we decide to go. We haven't picked a time yet, so
It's been up in the air
If you
for
give
a
me
while.
plenty of notice, I'll save like as much as I can and see if it's doable.
yeah, because we
I think the
gotta.
earliest time we've talked about right now is December. So
I don't think we're gonna
That's a
do
ways
December
out.
though.
Oh no, it's not happening. I'm just saying that's the earliest we've talked about.
Yeah, but I think it's got to be 2026. So we're at least 8 months out, you know. But whenever crazy, we're not going to talk about this. But yeah, no, we got to go to like, because imagine if all four of us were there and we were able to do the breakfast thing together that crazy talked about, the
yes.
Cracker Barrel, the Denny's, the IHOP, and I don't know. People were upset we didn't include Waffle House in that list, so I don't know if we want to do that.
Dude,
Because I know I remember our tier list in the wee hours of the morning about some opinions on Waffle House. So
I've never seen so
Bottom
many
tier.
people stand up for a Waffle House in my life. So
Me neither,
dude, we found an audience, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like they really were upset about this Waffle House placement.
yeah, so I don't know. We
Especially after saying the Denny's was a gun to my, like, I
Yeah.
don't think I would ever go to Denny's in my life, ever. Nothing good ever happens there. But y'all have some different opinions.
well,
I really don't mind Denny's at all. I'm not gonna lie.
we do have to go to Denny's, and while we're in Vegas, right? You know, like you have to walk through the door with us.
Oh, absolutely. I'll walk through
Just
the
for the
door.
bit.
But when I
Just
go
for the
to Denny's for the third time in my life, and for the third time see the cook stealing, with illicit substances outside, and then walk back in, that's it's a
Yeah.
3 for 3 I can count on.
That makes sense.
It's not for me, man.
Okay, so we'll keep Beast in the loop. Maybe we'll be able to get some stuff done in Vegas, because that is the one content thing that Crazy is. He was so like adamant that Cracker Barrel was the best. So I don't know.
Oh, dude.
That's a hill to die on.
So that's something we
That
gotta
is
get
a hill to
recorded.
die on.
So
Listen, I love squash, but
yeah, Cracker Barrel was a
Yeah.
crazy one to like. I just keep because I remember the whole comment about old white people taste buds is for Cracker Barrel. So
I
But yeah.
can confirm my
Don't
Nana's
get me wrong,
favorite
I don't
restaurant.
dislike Cracker Barrel.
I've never been, so like this is why it's like, yeah. I feel like you guys wanted to keep going on that, so go.
No, I don't think there's much. I just agree.
You were about
It
to
is a
say your
choice.
grandma.
Yeah,
Yeah, my Nana, her favorite restaurant.
it's Cracker
For,
Barrel.
30 years of her life, every day she would talk about Cracker Barrel.
Oh my god,
It
I
was
love that.
something.
Well, I think
But-
that's like, and then we just, we're gonna gamble, so that's gonna be bad. But yeah,
That's gonna be really bad.
but I mean, me and Crazy have been talking about going to Vegas for a while, or me and Ray have, and then I just was like, wait, we might as well just bring Crazy along and do all that stuff then, and then.
And then you're like, and might as well invite Beast.
Well, I'm like,
too,
I wanna
because-
actually see Beast for the first time since I stood him up while he was in California.
Yeah, that was freaking rude, bro.
Like, we don't talk about it. Moving on, Ray, is any of your bits planned ready, or do we still need to wait?
I mean, there's. You want like the topic that I came with, or
Well, I'm just worried. Like
We
before
can
this
segue.
before this episode started, you worried me a little bit. And now I'm like, if I don't figure out what they were on about, I'm scared.
I have a feeling that you're gonna figure out pretty soon.
Okay, so you want me to wait?
Yeah, just give it some time.
Okay.
I feel like the anticipation will actually help a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
But if you want to keep on the food subject, I have one thing that I had to ask you guys. I thought of it today, and I just like I really need to know because I feel like it says a lot about you two as people.
Go ahead. We
Oh,
can do
here we
that.
go.
Yeah.
All right. Would you rather, for the rest of your life, right? If you're actually no, just a one-time thing. Let's just do a one-time thing.
Okay.
Would you rather eat a piece of sushi like piece by piece? So like literally grain of rice piece by piece, or like a bite-sized piece of lasagna fresh out of the oven? It's going to burn the inside of your mouth, but at least it's done quick. Like where are you guys on this scale?
I feel like
I
I've
burn my tongue on a regular, so
yeah, I
really
feel
don't
like
care.
I've just done that too often to know that
Yeah.
yes, it does suck, but like
It'll be awful because it's
it's
like big enough to fill your mouth, so you are
yeah,
burning the roof of your
yeah,
mouth
there
too.
it sucks, but like I don't really
like
want to waste
2 or
all
3
that
bad
time
days,
eating.
right?
Yeah, I don't want to waste all that time. Like, well, what's the point of just sitting there and eating that sushi for all this time?
Sounds so like
It sounds like it would take a
painstakingly slow.
really long time.
Especially if it was like a full road or a full like I'm staring
Yeah.
at the road. Like a
Yes.
full like roll of sushi
So-
that would take forever.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on sushi?
I'm not a seafood guy personally, so I'm just like, eh. But also, before we
Well-
get too far away, Yemi says
Sushi
no
is
fear of
fire.
permanent damage. Correct? Nerve damage with the heat, with the burning.
I don't know you as a human. Like it's possible. I can't take
Well,
that
no,
away.
I'm just saying. Like, is that like, are we like?
It could happen, yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Beast.
So like even like cooked sushi you won't eat?
No, I just have never really gotten into seafood. My mom, she like would throw up at the sight of seafood because her dad was a fisherman and she just grew up around it and she like hates the smell now. So I just have
mean-
never really tried it.
There's some crazy people out there that'll eat like sashimi, which is basically straight up raw fish just cut into thin slices. But
Oh my
That is
god.
it's so good. I would go out and get it right now if I had the money.
I'm sure it's good, but it's just like I don't know, man. You get so ingrained in the brain to think that eating anything raw is not okay, and like I was
Because
watching
most of the time it's not okay.
I
but-
know, but I was watching TikTok the other day, and they had that steak tartare, and I was like,
Oh, stop.
that looks disgusting, man. That's just raw steak mixed with some spicy brown mustard and some other stuff, and I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
I will never understand how someone can like go to a restaurant and that's what they decide to get.
It's freaking-
But hey, when you have money, just go ahead and spend it, right? That's
So, if you guys are going to a restaurant right now, say the three of us are going to dinner. Say
Mhm.
we're in Vegas, we're just going to a restaurant. Like I don't know what restaurant, whatever. But
Yeah.
what are you guys ordering? Like what is your meal right now? Like what is your go-to meal that you're going to get?
it depends where we go.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. You can get anything. Just like the where we went is not of an issue. Like just pick something. Like it can be anything.
I don't know. I guess maybe like my go-to meal, if I have the money for it, it's probably just like a steak. Like a
Steaks
good
are
steak is just
good.
always
Yeah.
great. And then like after that, maybe like oh 1 second. I have to deal with something real quick.
So there's this restaurant in Indy.
Okay.
It might be other places too, but it's called why am I blanking now? But basically it's a Brazilian steakhouse,
Ooh.
and they come out with all these different cuts of meat
Okay.
on like skewers, and they'll just
Ooh.
cut off whatever it is and give it to you. So like they've got bacon wrapped chicken, they've got
Oh my
lamb, they've got
God.
steak, they've got all this stuff, and it's like It's buffet style, so you just go in, you pay one price,
What?
and then they give you a little coin with like a red side and a green side on it. And if it's on green, every time one of the like meat people will pass your table, they'll ask if you want a slice of whatever they've got on their skewer.
That sounds so good. How much is it to get into that?
Lunch is $30, dinner is 60.
Whew. For each person, correct?
But yeah, per person, and it comes with like this giant salad bar with a whole
Ooh.
bunch of stuff on it as well.
God, you got me with the salad bar. I can't lie.
You're gonna go to a restaurant just for the salad bar.
No, but like that's like a great addition, man. What's the difference between like lunch and dinner for it to be double the price?
A lot of restaurants in Indiana do that. Dinner time is more expensive than lunchtime.
Give me a second. I can't tell if somebody's knocking on my door or not.
Oh, I think someone might be knocking on your door, P.
Did you order pea food?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Is that the collab that you were trying to do?
Yep.
Thank you.
I'm so excited for this. This is like the best unboxing that could happen.
What'd you order
You'll see.
him? Okay. Is he
What
gonna
did you
hate
just
it?
do?
What do you mean, P?
What is
Do you-
this?
Do you want to tell stream what you got? Maybe show stream.
I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know what it is. Could I wait until I
Well-
stop to open this? Or
Well, maybe you should pull over. We got you know.
I
make
already
sense.
paused the game. Like here we are.
All right. Well, I guess we're ruining our bit.
Wha-
3 episodes in.
You know what? Fine. Give me a second. Let me find somewhere to pull over at. There's a rest
Actually,
stop
wait.
up
Do you
here.
want like a little bit like a hype up for this? Like, do you want like my thought process?
Yeah, let's go ahead because I haven't opened it yet. I saw a bag inside of a bag so far, so
All right. So let me know when you're like getting there, because like I want you to open it up as you know,
As
like,
you're
I want
talking about
that- Yeah.
okay.
So, P and I, we listen to the same podcast, and it's a wonderful podcast.
Fucking hell.
But on this podcast, they do this thing where they really like to mess with each other.
Yeah.
And so I thought, what a wonderful way of messing with someone,
I'm opening it.
like then giving them food that they don't expect, but the weirdest food that you can think of. So I ordered P a quarter pounder, and I just asked them to take everything off of it but the salt. Like literally no burger, too. So let's see what he gets.
It's just it
Fuck! No! They actually gave you a quarter pounder. Damn it! They didn't take anything off.
Get your money back.
Dude, I'm actually so mad.
Get your money back.
Dude, I told them don't put anything on it. Is the patty at least well done? Because I made sure to check that box.
yeah.
All right. Thank God for that.
Yeah.
I was actually about to charge that back. That is really, really upsetting.
Wait, so was it supposed to be a double quarter pounder or just a quarter pounder?
Just a quarter pounder.
Okay, because I was about to say they also only put one meat patty on it. So okay. That's interesting.
Hey, there's a snack for you. Pete.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I was so they have the check boxes on, on Uber Eats, and you can uncheck everything. So I unchecked everything, including the patty, and then asked for extra salt.
Oh God.
So
Extra
Yeah.
salt. Have you taken a bite yet, P?
I took a bite to see if the patty was well done, and it was. I
enough.
like tore a little piece off just to see the
Is it
inside.
extra salty?
Yeah, it was. I didn't. Yeah, that's pretty good, Ray.
Hey.
Is it just the quarter pounder, or did other stuff come with it?
Just the quarter
Just a
pounder.
quarter pounder.
My God,
Oh.
that's really funny.
you got a decent snack there. Might be a little salty, but
Yeah. Hey, I got something.
May not be the collaboration that you were expecting
No, I
or
definitely
even
did
wanted,
not expect
but
McDonald's. I was like, what is going on? Why is somebody like? Why does it sound like somebody's falling outside of my
oh,
door?
I also said I'm hard of hearing, so please knock as loud as you can.
Oh my god. Well, that makes sense.
should have just said leave it at my door without knocking at all, and then when he walks out tomorrow morning, he would
Oh,
find
that
it
would have
sitting
been
there.
good too.
God.
All right, next one, Beast. Thank you. I like that.
Um, kind of segueing to the whole like watching the same podcasting. I was listening, and there's a bit they do. I don't know if you know this, but
Mhm.
they're big Halo people, you know?
Of
So
course.
they'll go back and forth. And basically what it was is they set this bet where one of them has really good times in Halo, and if one of the other people beat the time in Halo, they would tell them on the podcast, and then the other person would have 24 hours to respond and beat that time, and then they would just go back and forth if that time was beat with like the 24-hour parameter, and then the loser would obviously have to do something, you know?
Right.
And I was just wondering, is there something like along those lines? Do you think that we could like video games bets like that? Like, man, those are like
Wait, so you're
fun.
telling me you're not ducking my allegations from last episode? Like you're willing to commit to this?
In what way?
Like I feel like we need to test our skills as gamers.
Yes, like
we,
I'm saying, like we need to do something like that in a sense where we make it fun like that.
So
I'm
have
so
you
down.
ever seen? So kind of going off of that, you guys know who Ludwig is, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen his bro versus bro stuff?
No.
I have not.
So basically, he challenges his like friends to a 1v1. They each pick 3 games, and then they also have 4 games that they're both like equally as good at, and those are usually general games like chess or battleship or stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then whoever wins out of the whole series is the champion. So like I don't know if you picked Valorant and I picked something else, whoever loses the game picks the next game,
Ooh, that's
and it
interesting.
just goes on like that with the list of games. So there's like 4 equal games and then 3 that each person picks.
Wasn't one of them like Battleship or something? I think I have seen this.
Yeah, Battleship and chess are always his like middle ground games.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like that's a good move. I would love to do that.
I mean, there's one that I always wanted to do is back when like Tarkov was around and a little bit bigger. Um, I always wanted to like race against Crazy, and we both play at like similar times and all this stuff. We don't play together, but like you can accumulate currency in that game, and it'd be like a race to 1 million. You know, like who could get to
Yeah.
$1 million first? And I always
Is that like so for someone who doesn't play Tarkov like
that's
at all?
I mean, if you're good, it's probably pretty easy, but like
But how long would that realistically take?
it would take a couple sessions.
Oh, so why not do like an hour race? Like see who gets
Yeah, no,
the
I'm just
best in
saying.
an hour.
Yeah. Well, the thing
I
is,
feel
I
like
don't
that
want
would
to
be
play
a
Tarkov
great.
is the issue,
Oh, okay.
and that's
fair
why I was thinking like, I'm assuming, I don't know too much about it, but I'm assuming when Arc Raiders comes out, it'll have a similar system, so we could do something along those lines, with a
Yeah,
new game and a new challenge. You know, I just feel like it would be a fun thing to do.
I mean, didn't they bring the cycle back? Why not do it?
No, I
Sorry.
think that's fully dead.
Oh, is it fully dead again? I thought they
Yeah,
brought it
well,
back.
maybe I don't know. I'll have to look. But I remember it
That
being
was.
fully dead.
I feel like we played that one time.
Dude, it
and
was
gave up on
fun,
it.
but it died.
I didn't play much of the cycle, to be honest.
Did I play that? I don't actually remember who I played that with.
I don't think I played it with you.
I don't think so either. Now that I'm thinking, I think that I
But
maybe played it with Zeus once.
maybe that's what it was.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, as soon as Arc Raider comes out, we gotta get on that. I feel like that would be a really fun challenge.
Yeah, no, I think doing something along those lines, yeah, that would be pretty good. But Yeah, that was just kind of my idea. It's just thinking of like video game bets to like spice things up, you know, and like obviously we're doing all this food stuff now, so we can incorporate the loser has to do a certain food thing that the winner picks, you know, something like that, you know?
I think any kind of physical comedy, I'm so down for. I could give a shit less about your guys' money. I want to make some funny things happen on stream.
Yeah, so I mean, if we could come up with some more bets along that, like I always like, it was really funny because I was watching the episode the other day, and one of the guys just goes like 100 episodes later, he's like, "Oh yeah, I beat one of your Halo times," and he's like, "What?" And like they have to like go back, like literally figure out what it is, and he's got 24 hours to respond before losing. You know, I just thought it was interesting.
I remember one similar to that too, where they beat one of their trial times.
Hmm.
Like, do you remember
Yeah,
Trials
trials.
HD?
Yeah,
Oh
trials.
my! And he got so mad that he was like, "Well, why is he going back to this lower difficulty and beating all my times? Like, what is he doing?" Just to realize the guy was having a game night with his friends, and they were just casually playing trials, and he was beating but he
That's
took
so
it as
funny.
a personal slight.
Hmm.
And I'm just like, yeah, I need that. I want that level of competitiveness again.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to love Trials, man.
I haven't
Such
had a
good
game that scratched that itch in forever. It was so good.
No way they have the pyramid in this game in Vegas in this game. You see this?
Let's
They've
go.
got the gaming pyramid.
Did they have the eye or whatever now?
The sphere? I don't know.
Oh, the spear. If you had a day where you could put anything on the sphere, what would you put on the sphere?
Oh, that's such a good question. What would
I would
I think
I would broadcast P's stream all over. Every time he's live, I would just put his live broadcast on the sphere with a giant banner that says "Not King P Twitch.tv."
that is a true fan right there. See, I would have done something like put P's TikTok feed.
Oh my
Every
God.
time he opens TikTok, it would
It
be
just
on the
pops
sphere.
up, and if not, it's
And-
just black.
Yep.
It's just dark. The lights out on the sphere, and then
Like,
when I
you
pull up
don't
TikTok,
know.
yeah.
But
That's a good
and
one.
it'll like show your searches and everything.
Oh my
too.
God.
Oh,
Like it
no.
just is a
Oh,
direct
no.
feed to your phone.
That's
Like I need
funny.
to know. Like that would be so good.
That would be.
Beast, you weren't there last night, but I think well, after the fact, I think my TikTok feed is permanently damaged after what P did last night.
What I did, you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You started it. I just finished it.
To be fair, I did
finished the
start it,
job.
yes, but like you did what you did to yourself there.
P, it got worse, and I
Oh,
didn't tell
no.
you. I
Is
might
that why?
actually
Is that
have
why
heard
when
it.
you woke up you were just thumbs upping things and not even hearting them anymore?
Yeah, I was just I was afraid that the hearts that those ones like would contribute to the algorithm. I was worried, man. I was really worried.
Man, it's so crazy. I've just like been here before.
This close to the pyramid?
Yeah,
What
we
is
walked
that
by
pyramid?
it.
Is that like a Bass Pro Shop?
No, it's the HP Omen gaming pyramid.
What is that? Is it like a casino?
No,
Or a
it's
hotel?
it's like where they do esports stuff.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about the sphere.
isn't that like a stadium?
The Sphere?
Yeah,
You can go inside of it, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah, you can like watch stuff in there,
Yeah.
but they can also play stuff on the outside of it.
Yeah. No, that's Vegas is interesting. That's why I want to go so bad.
It
with you
just
guys.
seems. I feel like you have to go once in your life, right? And
Yeah.
I've never been, and I
You've
really
never
need
been to Vegas? Yeah,
Nope.
no. This
Wait,
has to happen.
I lied.
If it was
On my
before you
way
were
to
21,
San
it doesn't count.
Francisco.
And if it's
Okay,
passing
then
through,
it
it
doesn't
also
count.
doesn't count.
Yeah, I was just in the airport.
Yeah, no, that does not count. That's not a Vegas
Okay,
experience.
but that airport was
they
insane
have
because
did they have
were
for their slot machines?
There's slot machines everywhere, and then on every flight, I saw some people take these like boots of pure alcohol onto the plane, and I'm just like, is this allowed?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that.
So
It's so
I've-
cool.
I've never been to Vegas.
yeah, no, we have to figure this out then. When I was staying at the Hard Rock Hotel, which is not near the Strip necessarily, but across the street was a Checkers and a 7-Eleven. So we went
Ooh.
and we wanted to get Checkers, right?
Solid.
And next to the Checkers and in the 7-Eleven, there's just like a spot where you can sit down and gamble and just like play slot machines in the 7-Eleven. It is insane. It is just a different world over there.
It feels like a video game.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's just GTA.
Yeah, it's something for sure. I can't lie to you. But yeah, that's why I didn't know that both of you guys haven't gone before. That's interesting. That is good to know because now we definitely need to make this happen.
It's definitely on the list. So if we get it to happen, it's getting crossed off, and I'm very prepared for that.
You bring up a good question. What else is on your list? Do you of things you need to do before you die or get too old? Do you have other things on the list, or was that list just a metaphor?
Have you guys ever
No,
been
I definitely
skydiving?
do.
I've never been skydiving, and I don't think I care enough to.
I would never go skydiving.
Yeah.
Never.
I have been.
How was it?
I actually
Pleasure or
went
for work?
for pleasure.
Okay, I was about to say, did they like toss you out of a fucking AC-130 or something?
No, but I would.
Holy, that would be kind of cool, actually.
No, I went in California like the first 3 weeks that we were there, the first year that I was there.
Really?
Yeah. It was a good time. Jumped over the border wall, or not jumped over it, but like jumped near it.
Yeah. No, that's really cool.
Flew over the beach. Almost threw up.
Yeah,
I love
I
that.
definitely would. One of my biggest fears for sure is heights. So I don't think I could do it.
Really?
I
Like,
don't like heights.
Even if
at
somebody
all.
like held your hand the entire way, you don't think you could do it?
It's possible I could try.
Like, what if the love of your life?
Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't talk to them later that night though. Like I would probably be shaken to my core.
But you'd still do
Like,
it for them?
I would. Yeah, I feel like there's never a hard no in my life. Well, there are a few, but I don't want to think about that. I'm not gonna make the hard no list.
Skydiving?
It's not on there. I feel like I could be convinced to skydive. Like, okay, Beast, you're from the Midwest, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Born and raised.
I don't know if your part of the Midwest is also a bridge jumping part, but like that's my extent. Like I'll go to the river, I'll jump into the, I'll jump from a bridge. That's my most with heights. Anything after that, no, I'm good. It's not for me. I don't know. It's like even those like rope courses or whatever, I'm good. Like that doesn't even seem like fun.
Are you like. I mean. So you're not near the ocean or anything, but would you go like scuba diving or like stuff like that?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Wait,
not.
really?
No.
Why not? What is your reasoning
Hell
for that?
no. The way I see it is the instant that you are in deep enough waters, you're no longer top dog. And
You're not top dog anyways. Yeah.
I just have a
Jeez,
I have a massive fear of like I can't play Subnautica. I just can't. It's
really?
like, nah, dude, because you're just like swimming around. You're not super quick. Anything and
you
everything
are
could
pretty
just come
slow.
up to you, and yeah, no, dude, not a good time.
Before we get too far away from that though, like what do you mean you're top dog? Like be honest. You may be in shape. I don't know. I'm assuming
The
that if
way
you're
I see
saying
it,
you're top dog, you got something to back that, but
the way
realistically,
I see it is if a bear comes after me, brother, I can still shoot it in the face.
okay, but
If a shark
that's
comes after
assuming
me, there's nothing I can do.
what if it's like a drop bear? What if you're in like, Australia or something. It drops out of a tree.
I mean, I wouldn't go to Australia to begin with because the outback is just asking to die. What do you mean?
It's
Everything
fair.
there is deadly. Have you seen the spiders there? They're bigger than my hand. No, thank you. I'm good.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's just like an environment change where it's like you're no longer in
So Beast, you're top dog of Indiana. That's like you're there. You're the apex predator of Indiana.
No,
That's
I'm not
the
saying
situation.
that. I'm just saying there's way like if I come up again, if I come up against probably one of the scariest animals on land is a bear, right? A fucking brown bear, or Kodiak bear, or something like that.
I don't
I
know.
can
I feel
defend
like
myself. I cannot defend myself underwater
yeah,
at
you are
all.
kind of helpless underwater. He has a point.
I don't know. I feel like I'd argue like the thing that would probably scare me most is like you know walking through some tall grass, thinking that nothing's there, and then in the next second I'm dead because a tiger has me in its jaws. And then what are you gonna do? There's no fighting that. It
There's no
just beat you.
tigers here, dude.
Yeah, but
There's
you
no
said like on
tigers.
land in general. Like,
This like the scariest situation I have ever been in with an animal is actually on the mountains in San Diego at night. Those fucking mountain lions, those things are scary, brother.
that's
Yep,
fair.
I know what he's
I
talking
think
about.
the scariest thing I've ever seen is a moose, but those aren't. You don't mess with moose. Oh my lord.
There is nothing more terrifying than being out in the middle of the night and all you hear is a mountain lion's mating call. Have you ever heard what it sounds like?
Oh, but
No.
I can imagine it's bad.
It is the most death-defying, rattling sound I have ever heard because you have no idea where this thing is. They are the sneakiest, big freaking things. Like they're huge. They're not small animals, but they're so sneaky you will never find one.
Cats are just built different. Like they're actually terrifying.
No,
Right.
just do me a favor, real quick, Ray. Since you're not driving,
Uh-huh.
go ahead and look up a mountain lion mating call.
Sauce, go ahead and put it up on the stream while Ray's listening.
What? Okay, so for listeners who haven't heard this yet, I'm gonna try. Okay, Sauce, I'm gonna try to explain this one. It sounds like someone screaming for help, but simultaneously like pulling 6 nails down a chalkboard. What is this? That
This
is
sounds insane.
unreal. It sounds like
Mount
something you'd see in a sci-fi movie.
Mountain lions and rattlesnakes. Those were the two deadliest things out
Snakes.
on those mountains, man.
Snakes are genuinely terrifying though. Like they just what? That shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
snakes are scary.
Yeah, but you'll have to. I can't believe you've never heard one before. You lived in that
Yeah.
area for a long time.
I might have heard it and I just don't know that's what it was. So I'll have to look it up after this drive and hear it for
He probably
myself.
didn't even process it because it doesn't sound like something a
Mhm.
cat
It do-
would make.
It does. It does kind of sound like a woman screaming for help.
I also like wasn't near the mountains. I was more in the wolf area, canyons, you
Mm.
know,
Yeah, I got you.
the wolf area. But maybe I'll have to listen.
I feel like you would definitely remember this if you've heard it before. It it doesn't seem real. That's all I can say.
Oh,
And
interesting.
you know the other thing that's kind of crazy too about mountain lions?
What?
They have a like a 30-mile um radius of like this is my territory. If anything, if another mountain lion comes within 30 miles of my or within that 30-mile radius, it's game over. Like it's crazy the amount of direction that they patrol over.
Animals are just different. It's so crazy.
That's my speech on, I feel like I can defend myself on land but not underwater.
No, that's fair. Ray,
You know, you've moved me over. Like I feel like you're knowledgeable. So I won't argue this.
so back to the original question. What else is on your list, Ray?
Um,
We don't
what
have
else
to go
is on
back
your
to this if you
list?
don't want to, but
No,
was
I feel
interested.
like I there's definitely a lot of places I'd love to go. It's mostly just traveling. It's nothing like to do, like
Oh, it's just like
no
places to
experience.
go and see.
Yeah.
Vegas, yeah, we gotta knock Vegas off that list for you because we got people there waiting for us too. Like we
Yeah.
gotta go.
Do you have a list of like things that you need to do in your life?
No,
Like
I
one of
don't.
those
I won't
lists?
lie.
Yeah. I feel like uh I feel like I've done a lot in my life and I'm like very happy. So wherever it goes from here, it's all good. But I do want to one day go to Japan. Like I would love
Yeah,
to see the cherry blossoms. I feel like that's up
that
there.
is one of them.
You know,
Um,
that's like you have to plan that out specifically
oh,
because cherry
absolutely.
blossoms are only there for 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's like beginning of spring, right?
I feel like that's gonna be
I
Which
think so,
hell
yeah.
is
to like go.
I feel like that is going to be the most expensive time of the year too. So
Yeah,
realistically,
because that's
I
when
don't think
everybody
it's
wants to
going to happen.
go. So
Yeah. Um, other than that though, I feel like I want to go to like either like just some kind of Mediterranean like a beach holiday. If I ever get the money, that is like top of my list. Like I want to go to like Ibiza or like Greece or something like that. Like that would be amazing. Up there too, absolutely Turkey. I feel like Turkey is another world. It just like the history and just I, I don't know. I think
Well,
there's a lot of places you could go,
if
but
you think about
those
it,
are up there
right?
for me.
Everywhere besides the US has thousands of years of history. The US
Very true.
has several hundred, and nothing before that was really written in any type of history because, Native Americans didn't really do that. So,
yeah,
yeah, everywhere in Europe, everywhere in Asia, all those continents over there have thousands of years of history that is all recorded and written down.
yeah. That's why the two places I like want to go, but I'm not like driving to actually go to is like Japan and Italy. So
Japan and Italy. Yeah, okay.
Italy makes sense for sure. Japan is also one of my top spots.
yeah, so that's where I'm at with all that. So yeah, um,
Beast, do you have anything on your like to-do list that are like things to do and not places to go?
Things to do.
like obviously you went
Um,
skydiving already, so like
I feel like
yeah,
that's a big one on a lot of people's list.
skydiving was a big one on my list. Um, and I did that with some buddies in California, so I don't really have too many other like to dos at the moment. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
can I propose something while we're in Vegas?
What's that?
What's that?
So we find somewhere, right? So it's gonna be like us three, crazy, and then hopefully like Jake and Mako are there, and we just find somewhere and we go play laser tag, and then I get like a camera strapped to my chest and we play. Are you guys
Hey,
in for laser
I'd
tag?
love that, but also like even paintball or something like that.
Ooh,
Any kind
paintball
of
would be
thing like
good
that,
too.
it would be sick.
I just feel like laser tag is a little more of a controlled environment
Oh,
where I don't know
absolutely.
what the weather's gonna be like when we go to Vegas because it can get hot over there.
Were you guys paintball kids growing up?
No, I only went
I,
paintball like once or twice.
Hmm.
I've done paintball like 2 or 3 times. a couple times with the military, and a couple times with friends.
I've never done paintball. I always did airsoft, but still, I always find those super super fun.
I do have a funny paintball story if you want to hear it.
Oh, absolutely.
So I went with a bunch of guys I played basketball with, and we went. Like in San Diego, like you would have to go like 45 minutes to find somewhere to go play paintball, because it's just city, you know. So you'd have to go find somewhere out in the middle of nowhere to go play paintball at these places. And so we found one. We went like 45 minutes. I wasn't very good because I'd never been. They'd all been before, and I was running. We were playing against each other, so I was going from cover to cover, and I stood up, took a little sprint forward. Paintball goes like you have masks on, right, and like goggles, right, so like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't get hit in the face. A paintball goes straight in front of my mouth, and it has like the holes in it so that you can like breathe.
Yeah.
My
Oh,
mouth
no.
was open at the time. The paintball hit straight in that area, so I got the taste of paintball.
Oh God.
I,
What
I,
shot though?
yeah, right. Like that's a whoever hit that. That is a good
Yeah,
shot right
Henry
there.
really got you good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, the first time I went paintballing with friends, one of my friends decided to wear nothing but a wife beater,
Oh my god.
and yeah, dude, the amount of welts he had after that session was insane.
That sounds like one of the best ideas ever. Wow.
Yeah, sure.
Some people just don't understand what they're getting themselves into, but I bet you he felt that for the next few weeks.
Yeah, the worst place I've ever been hit by a paintball is like center of your back, right on the spine.
Ooh.
That one hurts.
All right, Beast. $1 million,
God.
Oh, here we go.
but every day for the rest of your life, you get shot in the nuts with a paintball. You get to choose when, but it's once a day.
That's crazy. I think I'd probably take the million. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't understand where your line is. You say yes to listen. I don't know how I can get you to say no to $1 million.
$1 million
Well, here's the
is
thing, right?
like
It's life changing. I get it, but
It is,
dude.
but here's the thing as well. I already have 2 kids. I'm not gonna have any more. So what's the point? I mean, I'll take the $1 million because I don't need them to work anyway.
That's fair. I just feel like more so for me, it'd be like the debilitating pain that you'd be in, like not being able to walk for a few hours.
Oh, it'd be miserable.
Yeah, I don't see any upsides to this besides the money. So
Before we get
Yeah.
too on this $1 million butt train, do we want to recap this 50 turn Mario Party that we did recently? Do we want to talk about
Oh
that?
my God, I was gone. Can someone remind me what happened? Because I don't think I remember.
You won.
I won?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Easy.
Yeah, you had a monopoly on the board of pink booze that just absolutely took stars every time. Yeah, so I think me and
Yeah, the
you,
pink
we were
booze
drinking.
insane.
Or wait, you had a
Oh, I took an edible
Yeah.
and I was gone.
me and Sauce were drinking. Sauce is the editor, so it's us three who played plus the editor of all the stuff that comes out. When we played, we were just gonna have a Mario Party night, and then Sauce decides to say, "Hey, what if we just do 50 turns?" And nobody said no. And then we get like 15 turns into it, and everybody's like, "So why did we say yes to this?"
Nah, I think we should do it again.
I'm so down to do that again. I had a great time.
I remember coming back like halfway through and being like, "Damn, I'm really winning." And then I'm just like, "Oh, should I say anything to B? Like, should I push this? I feel really bad. Like, I don't want to."
I-
You had
yeah.
more. At one point, you had more stars than all of us combined.
Yeah.
Where am I on the list between like as far as games go? Did I have because Jake has had some crazy games where he's gotten a lot of stars. Was that better more or less than Jake Long? Like, would you say?
That was maybe the second best performance in Mario Party. I think there was one where Jake
I'll
had like
take it.
17.
Jeez.
So, and by the way, all this stuff is on my YouTube channel if you guys want to take a look if you're listening or watching at a later point. I'm hoping the 50 turn Mario Party somehow gets uploaded to YouTube. I don't know how big of a file that is going to be.
That's
So,
insane. I feel so bad for Sauce's stream.
I don't know if he's
Might-
actually going to get around to editing that, but that was
Might have
what?
to do like a part 2 or part 1, part 2.
4.5 hours,
Oh!
5
Yeah.
hours of
Yeah,
games.
Oh my
Indeed.
god.
And normally I upload 2 hour, 2 hours, 2 hour 15, 2 hour 30 minute Mario Party because we usually play 25 turns, and that comes out to about 20 to 25 gigs. So
Oh my god. Hey P,
yeah,
let's play.
exactly. And
Here you go.
like I don't know if you guys wanted to talk about that. If you guys want to do that again, like I actually
I would
absolutely do it
100%
again.
do that again.
yeah.
Maybe we should think about the 50 turns. Like, think twice about it. I'd still be down.
No, I'm
But
I'm
that was-
down
that
with
was
the 50
grueling.
turns. I think the only issues we had is your controller died. You need to
Oh,
fix
that
that before
yeah,
we get going.
I do remember that happening.
And then
I
Sauce
don't-
crashed like 3 times on the last turn.
I do remember that. I was back by that point. That was so funny.
I think we just need to be prepared, and because we need to, like, we just walked away too many times, and that's what. That also that
Did
map
indeed take
has a
long
lot
time.
of mini games on the map. We played Neon Heights, and that has the baseball and the shooting
Oh,
one,
that was
which
awful.
like that usually doesn't happen as much. So like we could play like Pagoda Peak, and we could knock out 50 turns in 3.5 hours.
I still think we need to do the test for
Yeah,
8.
we'll look into that, and we'll take a night one of these days, and we'll see if we can do any of the newer ones.
I don't know about you guys, but 8 was always my go-to when we had like Mario Party nights growing up.
Yeah, I
It was
really like
so
8,
good.
so I wanted to see if we can do that, like turn off the motion
Is
mini
8
games or something.
I was
It's
about
the
to say,
first
is
one
8
on the
on the
Wii.
Wii?
Yeah, it was the
It's
first
the
Wii
first
one.
one on the Wii.
The
So,
new
yeah.
one is pretty. The newest one that's on the Switch is pretty fun too. But
I haven't played that. Actually, I've
Is that
seen
Jamboree
videos on it.
or is that Superstars?
I don't remember what it's called. But one of my buddies has it, and I played it over at his house.
Is that the one where you can get like other people to roll dice blocks with you, like other characters, or no?
It didn't start in that one, but yes, that is
Okay,
a part
yeah.
of it.
Man, what a beautiful day it is. Look at how pretty it is out here.
A great day to go skydiving.
Okay, maybe not that.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I feel like
Um,
this. You would have like. I'm amazed you don't see a person going down this mountain in a wingsuit. I feel like this would be the perfect
Oh
place to do
no,
that.
for sure. I wouldn't do it.
I'm still totally down for a MX versus ATV night or
Oh,
a
yeah.
SSX Tricky night as well.
I'm telling you, we got to get these games rolling, these bets too. We gotta.
Okay,
we
the
gotta find
SSX
stuff.
tricky we could totally do with like the bet too because it's just a racing game. Like it's good.
We could just do like a Grand Prix and see who wins the
It is-
most.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm with.
it
I'm
is a
with
racing game, but it's also you have to like get points for
it. Yeah,
doing
you
tricks
get points
and
for the
stuff.
tricks, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, I'm down with that. I remember playing MX vs ATV. That was like the one game of that I played. It was so good.
I never played that when I played SSX. That that's a game.
I mean,
I
MX vs
still think
ATV
about
is
that.
kind of in the same thing. It's just motocross and ATVs and stuff.
Do you do tricks in that too, or is it just
And
You can
Okay.
on the dirt bikes, I'm pretty sure.
all right?
there's different game modes. You can do like trick stuff, or you can do races.
Yeah.
Like SSX had like all these collectibles, and like you could have like secrets in the map, so you can go fast. It was so cool.
No, it was
It's
it
such
was
a like a
good.
well fleshed out
Wait,
game.
wait. This is gonna really tell you guys like if your childhood, if you remember much about your childhood. Fusion Frenzy.
Never played it.
Did anybody
I've
play
heard
Fusion
of
Frenzy?
it, but I don't think I played it.
I'm not familiar.
Dude. So basically, Fusion Frenzy it's kind of like Mario Party, in a way.
Okay.
But it was on the original Xbox. That game was my childhood. It was so fun, dude. So,
Oh,
I don't know
yes.
if there's an emulator where we could try that out sometime, but that would be awesome.
I'll have to
play
look
Fusion
into that.
Frenzy
Yeah,
again.
Gotta add it to the
I think
list.
I think you
very
guys
down.
would enjoy it.
it's interesting.
It's very
Old party
Mario
game.
Party-esque.
Old party games just hit a different like.
Did you guys ever play the
tier.
Crash Bandicoot Mario Party
Yes.
game?
Oh,
That was a good
dude,
one.
yes.
No.
That was also a good one. Yeah, just a bunch of mini games.
Now
That
I
one
feel
was
like I'm
also
missing out.
fantastic.
I don't think it
We
was
gotta
like
do-
a board specifically. I think it just like whoever won the most mini games.
We got to do Double Dash as well.
Oh yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash is a good one.
I'm trying to get that going for a bit now. I feel like that would be such a good night.
Mario Kart's been so fun.
Do the drunk driving Mario Kart or whatever challenge.
Isn't that where like you can't drink while you're driving, but you have to finish a beer before you finish
Yes.
the race? So you have to like
Yes.
stop.
You can either
Yeah,
choose to
depending
chug
on
it
what
in the beginning.
happens, you have to stop and drink.
Like you race all the way to the end and then like stop and then drink the beer, or just
That's
chug
how
it at
you
the
wanna do it.
beginning, or
Yeah, but no matter what, it has to be gone by the end of the race.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a
Honestly, like silly community nights like that, I'm so game for.
that's- Oh no, he's
I
getting
don't
pulled
know
over.
where other game. I feel like I didn't have a lot of games growing up. I had like the PS2, and I feel like all I played was like Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper was so good though.
It was pretty good. That or there was like the like Battlefield or something like that on PlayStation. God, that was my go-to. Like Battlefield 3. That's it.
Those are some
I
really
played a lot
good
of
games.
Crash Tag Team Racing as well.
Yup, CTR. I love Crash and Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank. Oh my god, PlayStation knew how to do it back in the day.
Yeah.
Still have some decent exclusives, like the Spider-Man games. Those seem cool.
I've just
never played
haven't
them,
played
but-
any of them. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think.
Which I think was on PS2.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
it was
Yeah.
on
The old
PS2.
the old Spider-Man games where you couldn't even touch the ground or else you died.
Yeah.
Yep. You guys remember the old Superman one?
I know what you're talking about. I didn't
Oh
play it
my god, it is the worst game I think I've ever seen in my. Do yourself a favor and go look up a video of this. I might be able to find one. It is the worst video game ever created, but it is so it's gold. It's so good.
That's funny.
Let's see, what was it called? I think Superman Returns is what it was called.
though. Is that the one where you just fly around?
Yeah,
Yeah,
literally just it's.
you just fly around
Dude,
Metropolis.
I don't know. I don't even think there were any like missions or anything, but it was a game.
It sounds so familiar.
Very, very different from the Spider-Man games. The Spider-Man games were really good.
Yeah, the Spider-Man games from the beginning have been really good. I remember I played one on the PC, like one of the first games where I think it literally starts where you have to like stop a bank heist from like the rooftops, and it was like really old and the graphics were really bad, but it was still good. I don't know. When I was a lot younger, I played video games and was not good at them. So I would end up playing like the first mission over and over again. So,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, I remember going back and playing Sly Cooper, as an adult, not too long ago, because as a kid I thought it was so hard,
yeah.
and I went back and played it as an adult not too long ago, and it was like, man, this is so much easier.
Do you guys remember the first game you ever beat? Like from start to
Oh,
Oh,
finish?
that's a good question.
Because I remember
Oh,
mine.
yeah. You know,
What is it?
East, you got yours?
I do not.
Okay. Mine is Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening on the Game Boy.
You know what? It would have been Pokemon Silver.
Yeah, Pokemon does
That
seem
would have
like
been the
it's-
first game I ever beat.
And okay, mine. What you're not ready for this? Like you guys picked some like
I'm a
great
bit worried.
games. It was Shrek 2, the movie game.
Oh, I forgot that existed.
Yeah, that's the first
That
game I
is
ever
such
beat.
a good. I remember being stuck in the there. They had a DS game. Do you remember that one where like it was a
No.
fighting game
Yeah, I
and
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
oh, it was so bad. It was so like you were. I could never figure out how to move past like the first mission in that
Mhm.
because it was so like poorly made, but it was I still love it. It was great. You had like these mini games where you could like fight each other and it was like basically Smash Bros. Great game.
Yep. There.
You guys,
Go ahead.
did you guys ever play the Digimon Smash Brothers game?
No.
No, I didn't know there was one.
Yeah. So there was a fighting game like Smash Brothers, but it was Digimon, and like obviously each of the characters would have different abilities, whatever. But you could also like it's not evolving, but you could go through the Digimon stages for each character during the fight.
That sounds so cool.
And then Kingdom
there was
Hearts
a-
was another big game for my
Oh,
childhood as
Kingdom
well.
Hearts is amazing.
Kind of detracting a tad. Did you guys like go to arcades and play games a lot, or like do you have like a favorite one of those, like where you would go out somewhere and because like growing up a lot, my parents bowled, and every Monday like they would bowl, and me and my sister would just go play arcade games. Why they did that? So like I have a bit of an experience with that. Like playing like Time Crisis. I don't know if you guys remember that, where you would step on the pedal to like
Yeah.
get out of cover and shoot, and then get back in. Like,
Are you telling me they didn't have the Jurassic Park one?
no, I don't think they did. But there was like that the
Gross.
racing ones too, like where you actually sat in the chair and like had the wheel. Oh my god, I love those.
Growing up, I was a huge Chuck E. Cheese kid. Like
Oh,
every
yeah.
birthday, I would always
Chuck E.
ask for
Cheese,
Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah.
Yes. Like at least from like in elementary school, like it was always like, listen, I don't get to go here often, but for the birthday, I'm playing at the arcade as
Yep.
long as I can until my
Agreed.
parents get sick of it.
What was your go-to game at the arcades? Like, what was it?
I don't know. That's a really good question. I feel like I'm a huge fan of the classics, like skee ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
me and
love
my mom were
skee-ball.
big on skee ball.
This was so good. But then I feel like the Jurassic Park one, like the Time Crisis, that one was also really, really good.
Yep.
Can't really remember too many
Do
other
we
ones though.
do we have to go to Dave and Buster's? Is this what I'm hearing?
I guess we
I
gotta go to
love
Dave and Buster's.
Buster's.
I've been once in my life.
I've only
to
been
Dave
once
and
as well,
Buster's.
but I know it's basically in the same vein of doing all
Yeah.
that. So I guess in Vegas we got to find a Dave and Buster's.
Oh, they have to have like they have to have something better than a Dave and Buster's in Vegas, right? Like they have to have
Well, look
something
into it.
crazy. I feel like I'm gonna find this.
I'm so down though.
Reese, did you have a game?
Did I ever play what?
Did you have a go-to game at the arcade?
Nothing that really strikes out to me. I loved all the racing games though. Like
Yeah,
Racing ones were-
just
being able to
'cause,
sit in the like
you know,
chair
exactly.
and like
not
you get
have,
the
like-
full
like
experience.
Racing simulators and stuff like
Yeah.
that weren't a big thing when we were young. So
Mhm.
being able to get like that full experience was cool.
Yeah.
So where I live, there's one like big arcade. It's not really big. It's like underground, under like a high rise.
Okay.
But it's been there forever. Like probably like since my parents were growing up in the town. It's called Pinball Pete's, and it's just literally it's just started as a pinball like shop. Um, and I remember one of my best friends growing up in high school was like ecstatic through the roof because he had the high score on Donkey Kong. It was his favorite game. Like he was jumping for joy over the fact that he was the best in our, fairly large town at at Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong, and we came back as we do like pretty often. So like a week later, we go back and he sees that his score isn't there anymore,
Oh
but all of
no.
the scores are lower than his
No, did they wipe
score.
the machine?
Apparently, they wipe it all the time.
Oh my.
So, so this moment where he thought he was the best, like who knows? He's probably not even that good. But that day, best in the town.
Oh my god.
I can't lie to you. Even to this day, that original Donkey Kong game is fucking hard.
It's not easy.
It's what?
It's not easy. It is
No,
difficult.
it's not.
I remember playing like the old Pac-Man games that I would never really get past too many levels. Like I got bored of it. I don't know if it was difficulty or just the fact I didn't care. It wasn't my thing.
Some of those
But
old games were just hard, man.
have you guys played Galaga though?
No.
Yes. I played
Galaga
quite a bit of
are one of
Galaga.
the best. It's just so good.
A big one of my favorites, like old arcade games, was Dig Dug.
Oh, that's a
Oh
good one
god,
too.
that is a good one. God, I don't even remember that. That's a good poll.
Remember the arcade classic mix for PS2? You had Dig Dug, Mrs. Pac-Man, Galaga,
Yep.
and like two other arcade games, and that was by far one of my favorite games growing up.
Did you guys ever are you guys aware of the it was a video game, but you would
Hubert?
what?
Hubert?
No. But you would
Just your first when someone brings up video games, you're just like, yeah, Hubert, it's the best video game.
no, but it was the video game where it was just a disc of a bunch of demos of upcoming games. It's called like Jam Pack or something.
Oh,
You guys ever heard
Didn't-
of that?
No,
I don't
isn't that
remember
how Half-Life came about or something? Like they had Orange Box or whatever. Is that similar?
I'm not sure, but like the one that I had, it had like the Sly Cooper 3 demo where Carmelita was trying to find Sly Cooper, and you guys could like somebody was playing as Carmelita Fox and somebody was playing as Sly Cooper, and you basically played hide and seek. I remember me and my sister
That's
played a
sick.
shit ton out of that. So, yeah, I don't know. Like that's, I'm kind of
I'm gonna go back
surprised.
and
That's
look
like
that up. No, I have not heard of
I
that.
think it's called Jam Pack. It was like it literally just said Jam Pack, and it had like an orange background or red or something. I don't know. If anybody's heard of it, please, somebody validate me. That's not a fever dream.
Jam Pack was a demo series from Sony
Yeah.
under its PlayStation Underground brand. It had previewed series from SSX Tricky, Final
Yep.
Fantasy X, Need for Speed Underground, and Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Wow.
That's a lot of crazy games to have on.
No,
one
this
demo
list
CD.
actually goes crazier than you think. There's Metal Gear games on here. There's Ratchet and Clank games. Lego Star Wars. This thing goes crazy.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm
Even
saying.
Battlefront. They had a.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
wow.
goes insane.
That's crazy.
No, I've never seen this.
But it was just demos, so like you would get to play a level or two. So
Yeah.
it was
enough.
cool, and it just had a bunch of different ones on it. So I'm surprised. Because I've never really met anybody who got to go through that experience besides me and my sister. So
Is speaking of people who don't normally go through this experience, P, I would reckon to say half of your audience has never gone through this experience. So I wanna touch on this. Guys, where did you go rent your video games when you were growing up?
Blockbuster.
Yeah, do it.
So
you mind
Blockbuster started it, and then Family Video.
Oh,
Kinda
you had a
took over that
family
place.
video? That's so
Yeah.
good.
I didn't have a family video. It was just Blockbuster, and then there was like there's the video game specific one. It was like something with nerd. I don't remember,
I didn't have any
Yeah,
video game
yeah.
specific ones, but
but
We
it
had,
was always Blockbuster for me.
We had a Blockbuster close to us that shut down like very early on because like no one on the side of town gave a damn about it. because we had this thing called Hollywood Video, and it was so good. It was huge.
We had like one of those, and then it closed down pretty quickly.
Ours was open, I think, until like I don't even know, maybe like 2006. It was holding on for dear life.
And we had a family friend who worked at Blockbuster. Like I think my mom still talks
They
to
like
him, but his
hook
wife.
you up and tell you when like all the videos came back. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we just got
Yeah,
you know, Mr. and Mrs. Smith back in stock. Like, better
exactly.
get down
Yeah,
here quick. That's gonna go.
and just like going to Blockbuster, it was like a treat, you know.
Oh, for sure.
You get to play a game for 7 days, you know, like.
You only had 7 days. I feel like I had
I
2
mean, I think you
weeks.
could have. I don't remember.
Do you guys remember Celebrity Deathmatch?
I wasn't allowed to play it, but I played it at other people's houses.
I don't
So
know this game.
it was a TV show,
Oh, okay.
but
They
they
made a
made a
game, didn't
game
they?
out of
Yeah.
it, and the
Okay.
game was fantastic. Think of like a WWE game, except extremely violent and raunchy and graphic.
Yep.
Oh, this was on MTV, right? Something like that.
I'm sure it was on MTV or something.
What is this? I don't remember this, but I kind of remember the art style. This looks so wild.
That game was insane.
Stone Cold Steve Austin was on it? He was a guest commentator. Wait, that's sick. Oh, dude, I want to go back and see this. Like, that show still holds up.
It was a wild show. Like one of those that would totally get canceled nowadays.
I can imagine. It looks it looks like it. Um,
So, as a kid, right? There were obviously some shows that your parents didn't allow you to watch. What were some of those shows that you would wait until like 2 in the morning to watch, whether they were on like Spike TV or TNT or whatever?
um, dude. Honestly, for me, it was just I would wait until my mother was out of the house to watch anything animated. Like I was not even allowed to watch The Simpsons. She hated it. She hates animated shows to this day.
That's yeah.
I
I wasn't allowed to
doesn't
watch like Family Guy or South Park or anything like that.
Did
It
you guys
wasn't like she
so,
cared. It's like for
two
me,
shows.
sorry, go
Sorry,
ahead.
go ahead. No, you good. You good.
Like my mother would literally take me to, those family videos and like rent GTA or whatever for me. But I was she just did not like animated shows. It was so funny to me. Sorry about the
But
beast.
no,
What were you saying?
there were two shows that I was not allowed to watch, but my brother and I would always like stay up super late just to watch them. And one of those was A Thousand Ways to Die,
Oh, good show.
and the other one was Mansers.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
I get the gist of it though. I think I recognize the name. Don't remember seeing it though. Were
Just
you
see-
guys MythBuster kids growing up?
Yep.
Oh, dude, I loved MythBusters.
Best show I think ever, still to this day. It's so good. Of the MythBuster episodes, do you have any that like actually stick out in your head still?
The ones that the sneeze,
I
where
don't
they
remember
were
the
trying
sneeze one.
to see if you could sneeze with your eyes open.
Oh, like, yeah, that's a good one.
And then the other one I remember is where they were like shooting a tanker, or no, it was like it was something with the pig, and they had them up and like to see
They
like
really
if
liked pigs, dude. You have to be
yeah.
a bit more
No,
specific.
I
They
don't
used those
remember.
a few times.
It was too long ago.
For me, it was can you fold a piece of paper more than 7 times?
I don't remember that one. Wait,
And they had like the
wait,
whole
wait,
warehouse
wait,
and then the
wait.
giant sheet of paper.
Everybody say
waiting.
hello to the best thumbnail artist in the world. Hi, Alana.
Alana!
And go ahead, keep going
Dude.
on your warehouse.
No, it's just they rented out a giant warehouse and then they found the biggest piece of paper they could, and I don't think they could fold it. They still just could not fold it more than 7 times.
I
You guys
love that.
remember Deadliest Warrior?
It sounds
Oh, yeah,
familiar,
that's a
but I
good
don't think
one.
I ever really watched it.
Basically, it was a show where they would pit like two historical warriors from different time periods that would have never met each other and see who would win.
It was epic rap battles of history, but long form, and it came first.
Yeah, I guess.
That's funny.
It's pretty much. Do you think they still make epic rap battles?
I think they
When do you think they?
do.
When do you think the last epic rap battle was?
I don't
Uh,
know.
probably 2 weeks ago.
I need to know this now.
Look it up. I'm pretty sure it's not hard to just look up that YouTube channel.
I'm going. Damn. Yeah, like at least you're not. You're not driving, so like, come on. Or you are
I
driving.
am
so-
driving.
I'm not driving. I'll do it.
But yeah,
Let's see.
no, it's just like I feel like that's just endless content.
Oh, 3 months ago.
Oh wow, maybe they're drying up.
Yeah, well, it was like last was 3 months. The last one before that was 6 months.
Oh, so maybe they just
it
release
was
one
like-
every 3 months. Maybe they don't have
Yeah.
the budget anymore.
It looks like 2 a year.
Oh man, what was the last? Who was in the last episode?
Do you want to take a guess? You won't get it.
Oh, I was gonna say like Trump, but
That was the one before that.
oh, okay.
I
Elon.
feel like they've got several on Trump.
Oh, they have to. Oh, yeah, they do.
What was the? Just tell me what was the last one.
It was Napoleon versus Charlemagne. I mean, gripping
They-
rap battle
they
that
really,
we needed.
They really
yeah.
know. They know their
They were
audience.
really, yeah. They were holding on to that one for a while. Okay. Wow, that's a, that's a time machine right there.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any other YouTube channels that you grew up on?
Wasn't really like a YouTube kid. So like
Really?
I mean like in middle school, yes, where it was like I was watching them play like GTA, you know, like Vanoss and the crew and all that, you know, but like
Mhm.
Vanoss. I used to watch the crap out of Vanoss and
Yeah.
the crew.
so that was me really.
Whitest Kids You Know skits were always a big one for
Oh
us.
God,
Yeah,
I
I
forgot
remember
about
that too. I didn't really watch it, but my friends would just like show it to me, you know.
Still remember the Cooler Talk one? Oh my, that's a good one.
I remember the Abraham Lincoln skit.
Yeah, dude.
Now you fucked up. Now you.
Now you fucked up.
I remember that one.
There's a few that we definitely can't talk about.
Yep.
That show is. I'm a myth.
Am I wrong for remembering that one of those guys died?
Wait,
I
actually?
don't know.
You might have
You
to
have to look that
Um,
up.
look that one up because I think one of those guys died recently.
I don't know how many. Like one of the main ones, or
Yeah.
let's see. Oh, yeah. No, it was the main guy.
Yeah.
He died 4 years ago.
Oh, well, recently, yeah. I guess we
Oh.
could talk about that now.
Damn, it was Trevor Moore, the main guy,
I
the
just
one that was in
remember
the one that was in the grape costume. Sorry.
that. It's okay.
Just that's the one I remember most.
Just letting you know we are approaching an hour 30. Obviously, it did take some setup time, so I don't know how accurate that is. But this is going to be the last drive, so anything you guys want to get out, make sure it happens here. I don't want to drag too long. So, you guys have anything?
The only
pressing
thing that I
talk
wanted to
about?
bring up from last episode was just state of video game talk. Like, I feel like we can always talk about that.
Yeah.
You and Beast, you've been stuck on your rivals for a while. It seems like you both kind of dried up on it. I mean, we're pushing through comp a little bit.
Yeah.
We have our up days, we have our down days, but is there
I
is
wouldn't
there anything
say
on
I'm
the?
dried up on it.
Yeah, we're
My-
not dried up, but it's definitely not as big as it was.
Well, my whole thing is like I hit Diamond 3 and I didn't want to get too far ahead to where I couldn't play with you guys anymore because you guys were still like Plat 2, Plat 3. So
That is true. We
Yeah,
are
that's
holding you
fair.
back a little bit on your rivals escapades for sure.
But I do want to
you're
get.
not.
No, go ahead.
You're not holding me back. It's just, when I get home at 5 o'clock and P's not going to be on for another 5 hours, what do I do?
That definitely doesn't help.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. It just felt like it really took a turn downhill, and all the games you get just suck, and it's just hard. But I still want to play. So, but I also want to do
it is very fun.
some challenges and stuff too. So some of
Well,
the
on that note, is there any new or old games that you guys have been like thinking about lately that's just like caught your eyes?
Sorry, repeat the question.
Any new or old games that have caught your eyes?
Like that I want to play soon.
Yeah, that you want to play.
Well, I
Like
mean,
upcoming new or like old, like we were talking about SSX. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Anything.
I still
What's
really just want
new
to play Arc Raiders, and I'm worried that that might take me. So
Yeah, you haven't
it's,
really been looking for much else
there isn't much
besides
else
Arc
going
Raiders.
on. I feel like.
I beg to
Yeah,
differ.
you know what kind of angers me that developers have kind of gotten away from?
What's that?
Good story games that have co-op.
I mean, we had
Like,
Split Fiction, right? Like that was kind of recent.
I feel like
yeah,
that's a
but
different
I'm
type of game
Is it?
than that
I
he's.
would
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm thinking more of like oh,
You're thinking like Halo, right?
stuff
Couch
like
co-op
Halo,
Halo.
yeah, couch co-op games.
The things I would do to go back and like play Halo for the first time. I still think we need to do a lasso run. I feel like the three, especially the three of us on a lasso run, could be some of the most painfully excruciating viewer experiences ever, and I feel like we need to put that out in the world.
I mean, I'm down to try it, but I do remember there was a time when I tried with Crazy and Oni to do it, and we just could not progress at all. But we can do
Really?
it, yeah. Well, Lasso's hard, man.
Dude, it is
Legendary
hard,
all
but
skulls on, like come
I'm
on.
not gonna give up. Like the three of us, I think it's possible. I never got those achievements as a kid, but now I think I can do it.
We can try.
I think it'd be fun.
We can
It'd be
talk about
fun to
it.
put in the effort.
He was going too fast.
Yeah, yeah. It's that's their fault.
Red car.
It
Put down.
would be. I mean, I would do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd try.
Pete, did I tell you about the dating game though that was coming out?
The what?
I don't know if it came out or not.
The
Okay.
dating game.
Yeah, yeah. So hear me out. It's you and another person. It's like a co-op game. You're on a blind date. It's like a blind double date, but only one person can go home with the date, and so you have
So
to
are you like
either
fighting against each other? Or are you
yes, like you can sabotage, like you can make them like mess up or like spill their drink or something, blah blah blah. Like you can sabotage them, or you can like focus on just being like the smoothest talker. I feel like that'd be really funny for a game night for you. And like I don't know,
that does
I
sound
feel like you and
interesting.
Squash would be hilarious on that or something. I
That'd
don't
be
know.
interesting.
That would be a funny game just to play once.
Is that out?
I need to go find it.
Yeah,
I
you'll have
saved
to
it
link
somewhere
that so we can see
in
it.
the cesspool that is my TikTok likes. So I will go
Yeah,
find
go
that
find that,
soon.
and we'll link that at some point and figure out what to do.
I'll send that to Sauce if I remember.
Have a. Yeah, I don't know. So like, if you see things that are coming out that might be interesting, like I don't know, like again, like I'm looking, but I'm not seeing anything. So
Dude, the world's our oyster. There's games everywhere. We gotta find them.
I still think we should do a liars bar night.
Well, that would be great.
I haven't looked too much into it, so I'm game if we're all doing something. So
Have you guys seen the? Okay, so apparently this one has some mixed reviews. I don't know if it's any good, but it's called Neighbors Suburban Warfare.
Is that
sent
is
this
that the
to
one you
you.
sent me that was like Siege
Yeah.
but cartoony?
Yes.
And
Yes.
it could be interesting. I could see that.
So like your neighbors, and you have to like board up your house, and then you have to invade the other person's house, and it's like a tag team battle against like up to 8 players. I think that could be a fun night.
Yeah.
Like that's a just silly games like that. I'm so down for.
Sounds interesting. It could be something to add to the list.
But other than that, I feel like there haven't been a lot of crazy games lately. It has been a bit of a drought.
Yeah, Rivals really came out of nowhere for me, and it just took me for what 5 months now. So
You know?
that's the thing. That's I'm kind of just looking for something where you can just kind of hop on every day and play, you know. But
Yeah, for sure.
Do miss
those
that.
are few and far in between, and they usually tend to be mainstays in the world. So
No, right now it's the Rivals itch. So
so it's Rivals.
at least
People are
we have
playing
that.
Valorant, like you know. So
I mean, you guys were on Valorant for like 2 years, so
yeah, that's what I mean. You know, like something like that'll keep me occupied to play every now and then.
if not longer than that. When did Valorant come out?
COVID. Because remember, we were sitting there waiting to get codes
Yeah,
during COVID.
and then I got a call and stopped, or I got a code and stopped playing pretty quickly because I didn't really enjoy the game at first.
Yeah, that was I don't know, like I feel like there have been a few big games that have come out in the last 5 years, and nothing is really like it was like Valorant. Like Apex Shadow dropped that one day. I don't know if you guys remember that happening.
I do remember that.
But it's like I feel like it's been like Apex, Overwatch, Valorant, Counter Strike for so long, and nothing has really broken into that except for Rivals in a really long time.
Yeah, it's been a
Overwatch 2, CS 2, but like
yeah.
what, you know?
You got it got so bad to the point that like big people started doing GTA roleplay.
Yeah,
Like there's nothing. Like they, the huge part of like what 2002, 2003 or something was just all GTA roleplay.
GTA RP, yep.
Jesus. Can you believe that we're about to be able to do that on GTA 6? Like that's happening.
That's a year away.
Yeah, but it's still like I
Yeah.
honestly never thought I would see it. I figured
GTA
they
6
just
is never gonna come out, dude.
see that's the boat I was in. I just thought they were gonna do like online updates. I didn't think they were gonna update anything, but I'm very ready for that. So ready for the return of you know, some RP.
I wonder like
I mean,
how
I still play RP. It's great.
It's a good night every once in a while. You can't let it go. It's so good. Yeah, Yemi, we tried. It never happened, I don't think.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's so much that could happen with GTA 6. Like there's always so much like there's so many like games you can play, all this like stuff that goes into it.
You know,
What
it'd
the
be
hell is
awesome though
this?
for GTA 6
What?
if they
You guys want to see something funny? We're not
allowed you to
detouring
play.
this.
If they allowed you to play co-op in the campaign.
In GTA?
Yeah, GTA 6.
That'd be interesting. That'd be really cool.
I can't see them doing it, but that would be amazing.
Well, I think the whole thing with GTA 6 is that you are like brother and sister. Or those are the characters you're playing as, so maybe.
They brought back like couch co-op, but then also had like an online option. Oh, I'd be so down.
Yeah. So, guess we'll have to wait a year and see.
Didn't it? Wasn't it supposed to come out at the end of this year?
They're supposed
And
to
then
come
it got
out.
pushed back?
Yeah.
Don't I honestly have not been keeping up on the news. P, I thought you were about to add to the accident. Oh my
Yeah, no,
God.
I was cruise controlling Like, no hands on the wheel there. So
You just don't care about road rules, huh, P?
nope.
You got a lot of valuable cargo between me and Beast. Like, you need
You're
to be more
right.
careful.
Surprised you didn't get arrested going past that blockade right there.
Well, I mean, we didn't detour, so like, like I wasn't dealing with it. It did my maps isn't updating for current events on the road, so it's gotta go.
Were you guys
Understandable.
ever like Borderlands fans growing up?
No,
Oh, absolutely.
Wow, P, I figured you would have enjoyed it.
no, I never really enjoyed it.
I'm skeptical but hopeful for the new one. I feel like that's gonna be
There's
fun.
another one coming out. I feel like the last one just came out.
No, that was a while ago. When did 3 come out? Borderlands 3 came out in COVID.
Wow, that was so long ago. I remember everybody was kind of disappointed when that came out, though.
I didn't play it.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'd still go back and play those.
You guys
That would be a great co-op night. The three of us
that would
playing
be
Borderlands
I would
together.
I would definitely play 2 again. Give
Up
me
to
one
4
reason to
people?
play 2. Okay, before we go too far though, has it occurred to you guys that we've reached the phase of like the generation after us now has a talking point of like, where were you on 9/11, and now it's just like, were you born pre or post COVID? Like that's their monumental
what were you
thing.
doing during lockdown?
Right, like I feel like that is insane to me that they had this entire year of their life that was just a fucking mess.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad
It's-
I was removed from school at that point. That would have been awful.
Yeah, I know a few of my like nieces and nephews were still in school, and they like it was a nightmare for them. They had like all online classes,
Yeah,
like all of a sudden they've never had to deal with it in their life. And then half the teachers were just like, "Yeah, I
they're
don't give
just
a
over
shit."
it. Yeah,
A lot of, I mean, COVID did ruin a lot of people's like plans and stuff. I'm not saying it wasn't a big thing, but I kind of knew that it was just gonna be like the common cold after a while.
Well, of course, like we're all going to build up immunity, but it's still amazing that like first year was as big of a shit show as it was. Like that is,
Agreed.
it doesn't seem real.
we are getting
But
pretty close to the end. So
guys, it did so much for gaming. Like
yeah,
think about streaming after like during COVID. That was a huge
just a
thing.
boom.
Games like Among Us became huge during
Yeah.
COVID.
Yup. Another great name or another great game for a game night. Eventually, is swing back to the roots of
Yeah.
Among Us.
There's so many mods you can do for that too now.
Yeah, I've seen where you've got all these different roles and all this stuff and proximity chat and like
They also have
The VR
they
one.
created a game not too long ago that's like Among Us, but it's fuck. It's like Death Note. It's based off Death Note. There we go.
Oh, I did see that one. Yeah.
I
So
don't know, I've
it's
seen
like
that.
Among Us, but it's based off Death Note.
That's interesting.
I'll have to find a clip of that for you, P. It looked
Yeah.
silly. But as far as games go, I feel like we're in a terrible state now. So
Well, I feel like a lot of the issue is the people who are playing the games at the moment. Like the route that people are taking. Everybody wants to be like a pro or like the biggest streamer, It's not like just playing for the love of the game anymore.
oh, for the love of the game, that's so real. There is no love in the game. It's
So
all
but
All gone.
maybe something will bring us back. You never know. It's
We'll
always
see.
the ones you don't expect that draw you back. So
Oh,
Me,
for
anything
sure.
that just reminds me of the old school Halo, like you said, that's all I care
yeah,
about. I want like a good couch co-op game again.
Need I need a good Battlefront game.
people
Battlefront
are
2 was so peak, man.
that is like surging right now. Is people are like all over it,
Oh, I know.
and they're like, it's like
I've been playing
it's
it.
like a trend on like TikTok where they're like, you guys need to go and just comment Battlefront 3 wherever you go, and we just need to create a movement so we can like get the ground going on them making another one.
Yeah, just so they can like half-ass it and try to rush it,
And
and then it'd be
be pay to
terrible.
win.
Like we tried, we've been there. It didn't work. It wasn't that great.
People are saying it's in a great state right now, so you know
Well, yeah, because
they removed all the aspects that were pay to play, pay to win.
yeah, I've been having fun with it for sure.
To add that to the list to go back to then. But yeah, it just when that came out, there were so many transactions that just took place. It's just like
Yeah.
it felt scummy. But yeah, honestly, I can't think of anything else too crazy. How much longer is left in this drive?
It got about an hour, so it's not going to be too long.
Wait, how long was this job?
This was like 6 or 7 hours.
Uh, so real time game was like
It's going to be
or
like
real.
10 minutes max.
Yeah.
So anything you guys want to get out, I'd get it out now before this
All right,
ends.
let's see.
So $1 million, but when you die, you're getting reincarnated into the world of Attack on Titan.
Nope, I'm good.
I've never seen Attack on Titan, so I can't really comment, but I would assume I don't want to do that based off of what I have seen of it. I mean, like, is it random of like what you are going to be reincarnated as? Like,
You're going to be reincarnated as not a Titan, but like a normal soldier in the army.
God.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd
especially
do
then
it
I'm good.
because I feel like I'd die pretty quickly and then it would just be over. Like I'm game to have a good life right now, and then have to deal with shit in the next one. You know, why not? It's a trade off for sure, but like there's no
Just-
drawback to right now, Ray. Like, think about it. You just have to suffer for a little bit before you get stomped on or something.
Yeah, but like, what would I even spend $1 million on in that universe? Like, I'm
No,
stuck
it's
there the
this
rest of my life,
universe.
right?
No,
Or
when
I
you
thought you said
said
you're
when you
living in.
die.
Oh,
No,
you
you
die.
yeah,
I
you
see.
get $1
Okay.
million now, and then when you die, you're getting reincarnated into.
Okay, actually, you know
Attack
what?
on
Fair. I took that the wrong way then. You know what? I'll do it. You got me. Like you said.
Yeah, just have a
Do
good
I
life
like? Do I
now.
have to repeat? Like, am I?
Or is it just
Is it when
one
I'm done?
time?
I'm done. Is it a ride in that universe, or is that my purgatory? Because if that's my purgatory, hell no.
Yeah, I would have to agree. But if it's just a one time, like you die and you reincarnate and go there, then like,
I could maybe do that.
I mean, there's no. I'm not gonna tell you like. Who knows what'll happen after you die in Attack on Titan?
yeah, that's fair. Because we don't know what happens when we die now. My God, the water is so beautiful. Look at this Coronado Bridge. I've been here in real
Yeah,
life
Hey.
many times.
Don't do it
I've
again.
also been there many times.
I talk about this bridge a lot.
Okay, guys, $1 million, but you no longer have taste buds in your mouth. They are all on your hands for the rest of your life. Everything you touch, you
God.
taste, you know,
No.
just it's there.
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
I'll just wear gloves.
Just always tasting glove in your mouth or
It's
on your
better than
hand.
tasting plenty
Yep.
of other things.
Yeah,
That's very
there's
fair.
a point.
Imagine,
it is possible.
wiping. Imagine wiping your ass.
Oh my god, we didn't need to go there.
I'm just saying.
Spending a lot of money on gloves in your life, but like I get it.
Like, imagine you like start sweating in those gloves, and yeah, I'm good. I don't think I'd take that
take-
one either.
I'll take the milli.
Yeah, I would do it too. It's like $1 million and it's not like debilitating, so like might as well take it, right?
I just don't think I would take it. I feel like that would just like ruin a major aspect of my life. Like I just that is you have to forever, dude. Like it just you never get to eat again unless you like stick your hands in a jar of cookies. It's like
Yeah.
what's going on?
I mean, I was
I
listening to it
mean-
recently. They were like, what if you could get like extra taste buds in your hand so that way like you could eat something and then get like an extra taste while you're eating off your, you know? Like I don't know.
Like you're holding
I
an
mean,
apple in one
imagine-
hand and
Yeah.
a like piece of cheese in the other.
Or
Yeah.
or you're just like, eating a hamburger. Wouldn't be much difference in the taste there.
Fair. There are definitely some foods you could live with. The million is looking a little bit more realistic now that you think about it.
Yeah, just wear gloves so you're not tasting every single thing that you touch on a daily basis.
All right.
Imagine
Beast.
shaking hands with some like sweaty
Oh,
business
God.
guy.
All right.
Beast, before we go, I have one last one though. I have one last one.
Go
Beast.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right. $1 million, Beast,
Yeah.
for the rest of your life, forever and always. There will be a snail following you forever. If that snail touches you at any point for the rest of your life, you're instantly dead. Do you take the million?
Yeah.
But like, is that anxiety not just going to kill you? Like, just not knowing where that snail is? Like, what if you went to the beach and there was just a million snails?
Well, first, the majority of snails aren't gonna just run at you, right? So you just look for the one that's coming straight towards you. And then
Like,
second,
what if you walk
when
in its
you-
path and you'll never know?
and then second, you just travel across the country so that it can't get to you, and then you take a plane to the other side of the world, and then that thing will never get to you.
That might buy you like what, like 2 or 3 years? But then like what if
Probably more than
somehow,
that.
dude, what if the snail is like Garfield or whatever, and it like somehow hijinks its way onto a plane, and now that 3 years has been cut down to 2 months? Like
I promise you that snail would die trying to get to wherever I was before it would ever get to me.
fair enough. That's another million that Beast is going to take. Beast is going to be rich by the end of all these questions.
Right? Like
And you're not giving me like super hard ones, like if you would have said $1 million, but your wife dies, I'm not taking the $1 million. Like,
Fair enough.
got a point there, you know. But that's too obvious, like, like
I would hope, you said forever and always. I would hope that's how you feel, but most of them. So yeah.
Alana said just have your friend put an air tag on the snail.
Yeah, it
dude.
just seems like that breaks the integrity of the $1 million. But like, I feel like, that's fair though.
Last thing before we go, how'd you guys feel? How was it? Do we want to do this again? What were your thoughts? Recapping real quick.
I enjoyed just having a chill conversation.
Yeah.
This is
I feel
great.
like we spend a lot of time gaming and we get lost in the games. I know I hyper focus, so it is nice to have that moment where this is
Yeah.
like our sole focus. It's nice.
It's nice. That's what I'm saying.
One thing I can say is fuck McDonald's and fuck Alex for not checking my order and making sure that this shit was right. I'm pissed. I hope that shit was salty.
That was a good
I'm
bit.
so upset, dude. I'm so upset.
That was a really good bit. I can't lie.
It wasn't even a good bit. They just gave you a perfectly good quarter pounder.
Hey, maybe next
Dude.
time the bit will be better, you know?
Yeah, maybe next time. To think of some other foods. to
Next
send
thing I know,
you.
you guys are gonna send me a pizza with nothing on it but the bread.
a left beef pizza.
Yeah.
I'll get you. I'll get you a pizza with just bread and sauce.
God, I'd eat
Awful.
it. But anything
With
left?
anchovies.
Oh, okay, never mind. Nope, not eating it. Throwing that shit away. Anything you guys want to say before the stream ends and you guys can't say anything ever again?
Make sure to watch episode 2 of
It is
Sunday
pinned.
Driving.
Yep, if you guys can see it, yeah. Make sure you guys
And sub to P, and then
Yeah.
hopefully
Every week.
let him
Any
know that
primers?
you love us, and maybe we'll be back eventually because this is always fun.
Yeah.
Any primers in chat?
Any primers? Anything else before we go?
No.
That's it.
All right, everybody, have a good night.
Bye.